Okay, I think that's good. Hello everyone and welcome to Zelda 2 The Adventure Link of Link. So at this moment, I'm actually playing this a bit after I just completed A Link to the Past. Let's see if any of the experience from that game comes into here. Because, well, really this game isn't hard per se, but rather really unfair. That's what a lot of people call this game hard, but it's not really difficult, it just has really unfair things. Like, these random battles aren't hard or anything, they're just annoying. Especially whenever you're just trying to get from point A to point B. Technically, we're not supposed to be in here yet, but I'm in here anyways. I actually didn't lose as much life as I did whenever I went there earlier. So that was a magic upgrade. You could have gotten it later, but you also could have gotten it now. It's not very hard to get to. So the thing I'd recommend doing is going to here because you get a points bag. And it lets you upgrade instantly. So because I'm using an emulator, I could use this really annoying glitch. Well, not really a glitch, but rather a bug. And I might end up activating it on accident. And you'll see why it's annoying. I think it's actually used for some speedruns because of how fast it makes you go. But it's like this slidey thing you can end up doing. Talk to me. Oh, she heals you. And of course people are gonna make that stupid joke of what does she do in there, but anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to wait for this person so we can talk to them so that we can enter their house and to talk to her father. And she also teleports in here for some reason. There's actually one reason why I like this game a little more than Zelda 1. But not a lot. I prefer the more open world style of Legend of Zelda, but I also prefer the sword style from here. I just wish the sword was longer. But anyways, that's why we came there, so that we can get the shield spell. If I wanted to, I could go and get another spell, but I don't have to. Oh, I activated it. But basically, there's two ways to activate that slide glitch. The first way is to hold down left and right at the same time, but after it's activated, the second way to do it is quickly switch from left to right. And it's got to be one of the most annoying things ever. And it's not even a thing that was intended. You were never supposed to be able to hold down left and right at the same time because it was impossible on the NES controller because the way the D-pad worked. Die. So much like with the first game, the first few dungeons are fun to play through, but then it gets to the point to where you just don't want to play it anymore because the enemies are hard, you're getting hit by a bunch of stuff, you're getting drained by so many resources just because you're trying to go somewhere. Because of all of the screens like this. This screen is just annoying because of the bubbles, because floaty bubbles hurt you. I would just charge through it. But only whenever you're going that way. The other way, it won't really work out for you so well. You must die. So the shield spell that we got from the town, it's gonna be pretty helpful. It's basically just the blue ring, but it uses magic and it only works for the screen you're on. Whenever you leave that screen, you can't use it anymore. Well, you have to spend magic to use it again. It's not that you can't use it anymore. Anyways, this is the first palace, Parappa Palace. It's not the hardest thing ever, but it's not extremely easy either. The palaces are probably the best part of this game, because they have the most unique enemies. And the enemies are pretty fun to fight with the new combat style. Die. And as you can see by my life meter, I'm pretty bad at this game. So there is an enemy that we could fight in here, but it would be really frustrating too because of how long it would take. And I think they're gonna appear soon. Like maybe in the next screen. Yeah. So that there is a bubble. Now in the first game they were really just frustrating. But in this game, they give you lots of XP. 50 to be exact. But they also take so long to kill. And the screen is starting to glitch. Which is normal because it's an NES. It's handling too many entities. Yeah, but call me crazy, but I actually like this game. I think it's pretty fun. It's just the last few dungeons that I really don't like. Just because of how annoying it is and the fact that you don't teleport back to the beginning of the palace anymore. And then let's just do it. So, weirdly, a lot of people call The Legend of Zelda an RPG series. And this is the only game that is truly an RPG, and yet people hate it for being an RPG. I don't get it. So many people call the Zelda series an RPG, but it's not. This is the only RPG game. Well, game with RPG elements, I guess I should say. Yeah, but these guys give you 50 XP. They may take an extremely long time to kill now, but they're a really good source of XP, and whenever you reset the room, they also reset. So you could end up just killing them like this, and there's actually a room that has like 5 of these guys. But they're really, the only time you really should kill them is whenever you have a certain sword upgrade. Not like the one you see in the top, that's not what I'm meaning, but like a sword upgrade where... Huh. Well, I don't know if it's an upgrade, but it's more of a thing that you can do. And I'll actually get it after this dungeon palace. I gotta stop calling them dungeons, because they're actually palaces, which are still dungeons, though. Oh, come on. Why did you hit me? You must die. So those iron knuckle things, the little iron knuckle statues, you can hit them and they'll usually give you a magic jar. I believe the blue one only refills one little magic meter thing, but I think the red one refills everything. And you can find them just by going on random tiles in the overworld or finding them like that. Like I said, so we're actually going to be turning around a lot, and so that little glitch that I just did, that made me teleport over there, over to the edge, is going to be annoying because of these guys. Because the primary way to fight them is to charge at them, and then turn around, and then charge at them, and turn around, and charge at them, and turn around. And you just keep doing that, but the thing is that doing this will slide the screen. Now, it actually didn't do it that badly that time, but there are some times whenever I've glitched completely through them and got killed. It's pretty frustrating. Okay. There we go. I believe there's another iron knuckle. Yeah. Over here. This is like the best way to defeat them. Yeah, sure. So the upgrades may be pretty easy to get to right now, but later they will be a bit more difficult. Okay, I have a key. I need to go all the way back to the beginning. I kind of forgot about that. We forgot the candle, and the candle is really important. Because if you don't get the candle, you can't... Well, you can progress, but it's really hard to tell what you do. Are you back? No. I'm not gonna fight you. Okay, yeah, I forgot to go down here. So this is the room I was talking about that had a bunch of bubbles in it. It has like 5 or 6 of them. If you're smart about it, you can end up just grinding for resources. But actually, this is an RPG that doesn't require a lot of grinding. Sure, it's unfair, as you just saw. Well, that was weird. I just glitched through that elevator. So sure, this game is unfair, it's on the unfair side, but I wouldn't call it hard. Yeah, the only reason I'm killing these guys is because I don't really want to risk the health. Whenever we get the level 4 sword, they'll only take about maybe 15 hits to kill, but by that time we'll probably already have the downward thrust, which kills them even faster, and you don't have to spam the sword button. Fast bubble. Okay, I'm gonna ignore you. Crud. Okay, don't. I could get an upgrade, but I don't feel like it. Ugh. This game. Oh yeah, so getting a game over sends you back over to here, but if I manage to do so, whenever we get over to the Great Palace, things will definitely change there, and the Great Palace is the final palace. So I've tried using save states on this computer, but this computer for some reason does not like to use save states. But this is like the one game where you actually want save states. Because it's really annoying to travel all the way back over here. So I'm gonna remember to go down the elevator again. At least I hope I do anyways. And whenever we defeat the boss here... defeat the boss here, I'll just end off the episode. And my numbers will probably look different. Actually, no, I'll have to show what else I'll be doing. Because I'll get that sword upgrade I was talking about that kills them faster. It's not like a magic upgrade like we got from the old man in the town. whatever the town is called. You must die. So bubbles are actually in the first game, and if you were to do this to a bubble, that would be a very stupid idea. Because hitting a bubble in the first game, although it doesn't drain your health at all, it does make it to where you can't attack anymore. And that is definitely not a thing you want to happen to you. But this actually isn't the sort of grindy game. Oh, I said that weirdly. But Zelda 2, although it may be an RPG, it isn't an RPG that's gonna make you grind. It may be difficult, but the difficulty is probably on you, because the difficult enemies really don't get there until the last few dungeons, palaces, things. If you die, it's usually on you, but in the final palace, it makes sense because you're getting thrown at not thrown at, but you're getting shot with so many things. You're taking on these weird eagle dudes, which are like iron knuckles, but have a ton of damage. They jump around and they shoot flames at you. And they're pretty much everywhere. But before you even enter the dang palace, you're already drained by so much health and magic. And you can only use the life spell so many times. Which is actually the spell I was going to get, but I just never did. I don't remember what house you need to go in, because every single village has either a swordsman or one of the old men that teaches you the new spell. Oh yeah, and unlike in the first game, there's no Ganon. But as you saw whenever I died, you saw Ganon on the game over screen. If you were to read the manual or read the scrolling text, although I don't think the scrolling text says it, Ganon basically pulls a Dracula on you and he needs Link's blood to revive himself. So that's why all these enemies are chasing after you, and that's also why Zelda is asleep in the first room that we ever go in. So a lot of people really hate this game. I mean, I can see why on the later levels, but I don't hate the game. I do think it can get very annoying at times though. I know this probably won't help me very much because I'm probably gonna get hit. But hey, it's always helpful. Okay, there we go. That could have gone very badly. Anyways, here's the item of the dungeon, which is the candle. But unlike in the first game, it doesn't shoot flames, but it just... all the candle does in this game is lights up the caves. Which is still pretty helpful, because if you didn't have the caves lit up, well, good luck doing anything. I am dead. Okay, that was a pretty terrible impression of... I don't know, it's something, but he says, "You are dead, not big surprise." I don't know. That is why the slide gets annoying. Here we are doing this again. Actually, getting everything to 3 by this point is pretty good. And I actually didn't do any grinding, but I'm just doing this to get out of the way of these dumb bubbles. Downward thrust. It will be very helpful, I'll say that. I don't really think that would be much of a spoiler, though, saying the name of it, because it probably makes it probably makes a lot of sense to why I would want it, because it basically, it does something that makes these guys way easier to fight. Because you don't have to spam your sword anymore, because you just kind of bounce off of them. But you do have momentum, so you have to bounce off of them in a weird way. Oh, double kill. If I could not stop hitting the edge of my keyboard. Okay, there's that. So we're gonna make our way over to the boss. Which the boss can get pretty annoying. Simply because of how much damage he does to you. So this room is reused several times in the game. It just has a different block palette. Like just this first little screen, not whenever you scroll over, but just this. But it's used so many times. I believe it's used in the second one. I believe the entire room is used for the second one. Which is kind of funny. Ooh, upgrade. So now I think we need to go, we need to go down. Fight the Iron Knuckle. Ooh, points bag. That's actually really helpful because Iron Knuckles drop a ton of experience with XP bags. Okay, back to the old strategy. I saw this one little thing. It's a jumping crouch stab. Ugh. Please. Okay, I'm right on the edge of destruction right now. Also, the sword beam doesn't work on several enemies. Hit him! Well, we get to make our way all the way back over to there. Oops. I forgot that that would do that. See, it's times like that whenever the slide can be useful. Okay, so this is what the candle does. Now you can actually see everything, and you can see the enemy that was on the floor. He looks pretty creepy, and he looks even more creepy in the art for the game. Okay, back over to the palace. I've actually been stuck at the bottom of this before, because I used the slide in just the wrong spot, and I got teleported. Back over to the bus we go. Isn't this just jolly? I wish these guys gave you experience, but then again, they do infinitely spawn. So I guess it makes sense to why they wouldn't. Yeah, so I think I mentioned this, but I like this game's combat style. It's like Iron Knuckles, it's actually up to your skill, not just like Dark Nuts in the first game, to where you have to hope that you can hit them. Now you can hit them pretty reliably, you just gotta know how to do it and be able to perform the action regularly. Okay, I'm probably dead. No! Oh, that'll be gone for good. Points bags may be rare, but whenever an enemy drops them, you always want to pick them up. I find this jump and stab technique works better, like, it works best whenever you're enclosed in terms of height. Okay, I shouldn't use this shield spell right now, because, yep. But I should use it right now. Back over here. Hello. I hate how he keeps going over there. There we go. He is dead. There we go. Now I can upgrade that. And we can leave this place. So as you can see, the palaces turn into rock whenever you beat them. Fully. If you miss the item of the dungeon, they don't do that. Which is good, because if you were to miss the item of the dungeon in there, you can't move on. Sure, the candle is kind of optional, but it's probably best to, get it. So I'm going to move over to the second town and try to find the spell dude. Oh yeah, that's actually where I'm going to be going later, because it gives me an upgrade that I really want. You're just going to refill my health, aren't you? Yep. I don't want you. I want you, though. Because I used this spell on accident. You're the famous I am error guy, aren't you? Yep. Okay, we already got that upgrade. Okay, I already know that. I already know that. Does anyone come in here? Okay, maybe it's you. It's not you. Okay, here, let me look up what house this is in, because this is getting frustrating. Yeah, there's so many secret screens. Okay, yeah, you actually need to go in here, because if you don't get that spell, you can't continue. So I was going in the right place. There should be some person. Like, it's always the person that walks out of the house. So it should be this person. Yeah. So let me... Oh! Okay, now I know what it's meaning. So there's a thing... there's a doll that's actually in a cave that I could have gone in. I think I should go in it. Activate the random encounter, and run up here. Yeah, I think it's in here that she's talking about. Yeah, I think she's talking about in here. I hate how the one time that you want to use... wait, what? Yeah, the times whenever you want to use, like, the times whenever you want to be defeating enemies with your little sword beam, you can't. Because I guess they're too strong for that or something. Shield block. Okay, let's go back in here. Go get the spell and I'll end off the video there. Okay. Talk to me. Yay, I did it. Now let me learn the spell. You can get this at the beginning too. You don't have to do it right now. And the jump spell is actually needed to get bypass a cave. Anyways, I'm going to end off the video here. If you liked the video, then be sure to hit that like button. And if you really liked it and want to see more Legend of Zelda content, then make sure to subscribe. But this has been the Mining Luigi, and I'm out. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye. And